What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Ectoplasm Show. My name is Josh Hurd, and joining me is my good pal, Mr. Jason Kupsik, and my other good pal, Mr. Mike Rowell, back again with us on the Ectoplasm Show. What the fuck's up, gentlemen?
How's it going, sir?
Lovely.
I'm pouring myself a big rip beer.
I've got the whiskey over here, my friend.
Yeah, you got the whiskey?
Yes.
I'm drinkless.
What the fuck, man? Hey, your wife's out there in the other room, though, right?
Yeah, she is.
Do me a favor right now. Yell at her and just be like, tell her to go fetch you a beer. Say it.
No. She's actually outside watching, that Bachelor in Paradise shit. So she's got candles on. Yeah, it's a nice time.
Oh.
Yeah, she's got a glass of wine out there. It's a good time.
Hell, whatever. Whatever floats your boat.
I guess.
Different strokes for different folks.
Yep.
That's what it is. So what's new, guys?
Not a whole lot. It's storming its ass off here.
That's nice.
Yeah, we got 5 inches of rain last night up here.
Listen to us. We're talking about the weather.
Yeah. Well, right now I'm trying to figure out why we are not on. I don't have your guys' video on. It should be. Maybe it's just behind. Oh, there we go. It popped back up. They're on a 20-second delay tonight. So.
Well, it's storming and all that fun shit, so it's to be expected. You know what I'm saying? Do we got any viewers on Twitch right now?
Right now, all we have is you and I.
Oh, that's odd. I'm like, mine's not even on anymore. I don't think. Hell no.
Oh well, doesn't matter.
Well, I got to tell you, I want to send out a special shout out to our good friend Potter, who. Yeah, this was all her idea. The whole Twitch thing was her idea. So it's either her idea or her fault. We're not sure yet. I'm joking. So tonight for this special little episode, and if you guys feel the need or whatever, you can do this. Reach out to us, call us 913-730-7255. You can text that number as well. Reach out to us at ectoplasmshow.com, Ectoplasm Show on Facebook, all that fun shit. And now for those of you that are watching, on Twitch, you could do that literally real time, or you could just shoot your questions right there in the chat as well.
Mikey Trooper's on Twitch.
Mikey Trooper, what up, playa?
I also I know it's the middle, we're recording right now during the middle of the week, but
right
when this comes out on Friday, it'll be perfect time for you to plan your drunk call to us about your favorite or your best paranormal experience.
But you got to be hammered.
Yes.
When you call.
Yes.
It's got to be a drunk dial.
What I want to do is soon have another drunk show, and we'll add drunk listeners as well.
Oh, hell. That could be interesting.
Yes.
Very cool. Well, I tell you what. So the reason why we brought in our good pal Mike again, because Mike texted me the other day, and he's like, dude, have you ever heard this story of these two chicks? And I was like, what? No, I've never heard of this or these two ladies before, ever. Looking into the actual story itself, it's bizarre. So bizarre, in fact, that I wanted to bring Mike onto the show to discuss a little further what the hell is going on. So, Mike, tell us who these chicks are, first and foremost.
Okay. Well, a little backstory real quick. Last week I was talking with a coworker of mine, and we got talking about, ghosts and stuff like that, and then somehow it got switched into demons and possessions and all that stuff, and then Then I was driving home from work, and it got me really thinking of the time I got like attacked by what I think is a demon or whatever, which is another show in itself. So then, for some reason, the next couple days, I got to look on the internet, just kind of search around possessions and all that stuff. Well, I then stumbled across this story of Ursula and Sabina Eriksson.
Sabrina, right?
Yeah, Sabrina, something like that. I don't know how you're supposed to say it, but they're Swedes. But they're Swedish twin sisters, and they came to like national attention in the United Kingdom back in I want to say 2008, I believe. And now I kind of came across this on YouTube, and then that's what and I watched this documentary. And how I describe it is like the show Cops in the United States is what this documentary kind of how it all started. Basically, these cops were filming and all this stuff, and they got a call that these two females were walking across the interstate, kind of in the median. And when they show up, these two girls basically just kind of run across the interstate. Like trying to commit suicide, and they get hit. And they get hit by cars. And so then it shows like the video of these girls. They get up somehow, and they're standing on the side of the road, and the ambulances are coming. And next thing you know, they just freak out and run across the road again. One gets hit by a semi, and the next one gets hit by a car. And you can actually see the bodies flying on, like in the actual like footage.
Holy shit.
Yes, and so next thing, so as they're laying down, everyone's thinking they're dead, and obviously the one girl that got hit by a semi has like shattered bones and all that, what you could think.
Broke a lot of shit.
Yes, they both get up and they start like talking, weird gibberish, and start fighting the cops and start running again with like obviously shattered legs, and so. Basically, the girl with they got hit by the semi. She obviously couldn't run too far, but the other one basically kind of ran away, and it was just a weird deal. I don't know. It was just really weird. They tried calling it what the hell did they call it? Some kind of like shared sister psychosis or folie à deux or some shit like that.
Wow.
It's called a shared psychosis. They call it it's a rare psychiatric disorder in which delusional beliefs are transmitted from one individual to another.
No, I might have missed it. Did you say how old they were?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Are they twins or are they just
sisters? They are twin sisters. I'm not sure how old they were at the time. I've never really gotten that far, or how old they are. They were born in 1967. Let's see, 2008. What's that? 31 years old.
Wow.
No, 41 years old.
40,
sorry. Yeah. But yeah, so like shortly after police, I'm just reading this off the internet real quick. Shortly after police arrived, the woman ran into a motorway, struck by oncoming vehicles, yada, yada, yada. Sabina suffered a serious head injury, left her unconscious for several minutes. When she regained consciousness, she refused medical aid and attacked a police officer, at which point she was arrested. Now, although appearing a bit odd, she was then processed by police, but then she was released from custody. Now, this is where it gets weird, okay, if it was already weird enough. Yeah. Shortly after she was taken in, she was kind of walking the streets trying to look for her sister in the hospital, like really weird. And these two guys are walking down the street, and they found this girl, and she was basically saying how she needs to find her sister, and and all this stuff. Now, this is after this Sabina chick was released from court with a full psychiatric evaluation. Okay, she pled guilty to trespass and actually hitting a police officer. But anyway, so she's walking down the street. She sees these two guys and they're walking the dog. The next thing you know, this one guy's like, well, obviously he could tell that she was she didn't have a place to stay. So he takes her into the house. Anyway, she's offering, the guy's offering her he's offering her cigarettes. She's trying to, then next thing you know, she's throwing them at him. But then he was just didn't really know what was going on here. So later in the day, the guy goes outside. He's talking to his neighbor next, whatever. And then 10 minutes, he goes back inside. 10 minutes later, he comes out. He's all stabbed all over hell and dies. And this chick basically just for some reason just stabbed him, and then nobody knows why. And then she ran away, and then they found her again, and then obviously, they locked her up for a while.
God damn, she's a psychopath.
Yeah, but.
Man.
So I get to reading, but the fact that they just kind of came out of nowhere. They don't know why they were there. Or how they ended up in the middle of this roadway. And then for them to literally get hit by two cars doing 60, 70, 80 miles an hour, one by a semi, and then just keep talking, then get up, evade the police with broken legs, and the way they were talking, cursing, hitting people, it took 5 cops to subdue one chick, and she still got away. The strength of 30 guys. It was really, really, really weird.
I guess I have a question though. Far as, because this does sound like obviously people are claiming that this is more or less like a possession case.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible that they're just completely fucking methed out? They have done all the meth.
They did. Well, they did a drug toxicology drug screen, and everything came back negative. There was not one.
Oh my God!
Not one drop of alcohol, drugs, anything in their system.
That doesn't mean that there's not a drug there that they didn't test for, but that doesn't mean that there is. Anyways, I just wanted to interject real quick. Clint says he loves watching your facial expressions on the Twitch, Josh.
Thanks, Clint. This one's for you, buddy. I'm just filling her up again.
Yeah, that's crazy. I've heard, we've had stories recently about the Flocka drug and other drugs that just make people go.
Mm-hmm.
And
exactly.
But they do have tests for those things now. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like I said, this was 2008, so who knows? Maybe they might have been on something. Who knows? But at the time, all the drugs that they tested for, nothing came, on the screen. And then it was it's a really interesting story. It's about an hour-long documentary. I think they call it. What do they call it here? I can tell you here real quick. They call it. Sorry, guys. I'm just going everything. Madness in the Fast Lane. It's about an hour long. Watch it on YouTube. It was aired on the BBC. It is actually quite fascinating. They show everything. It is awesome.
Damn, man. So, okay. Set this up. You said it was more or less like you're watching an episode of Cops.
Yeah, it's like Cops. It's
it is literally the cops on that day at that situation.
British version.
Okay. So it's yeah. Mm-hmm. Cops, UK style.
Yes.
There you go. Okay.
Yes.
That's fucking insane, man. And it just so happens that cameras are rolling when they got the weirdest freaking call on the plane.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Try to retrieve these two bitches, and they're literally wanting to get hit by vehicles.
Basically, yes.
This is insane. This is fucking insane. I love it. I absolutely love this.
Well, and the weird thing is, man, they run across the road, get hit once, then they're all sitting on the shoulder, talking, and they're everyone's what the fuck just happened? And then all of a sudden, these two girls both snap back into weird reality, or their version of reality, and just get loose again and run across the road again. And one girl, they slow it down, and you see this one girl basically get rolled up in the semi tires, and the other twin get jacked by this van, and she just goes flying, and she gets back up 5 minutes later. They think they're pretty much dead, and this chick just Jim Carrey, just gets back up, and we're not, It was
God,
weird.
it's great.
So,
I just don't even know what to think of all this. It's insane.
Watch.
Oh, we're gonna be posting. We're gonna be posting this documentary, by the way.
It is
The
weird.
Ectoplasm Show Facebook page.
what is there any follow up to it?
Well, kind of. I just basically watched it, and just was like really couldn't believe it. Basically, she was charged with the girl that stabbed him. She was charged with murder on September 8th.
Because she's fucking crazy.
Yeah, well,
Kill the guy. Kill the guy.
She pleaded guilty to manslaughter with diminished responsibility.
Wow.
Let's see here, and then I believe she was eligible for her first release of parole in 2011.
Wait. Maybe I guess it's Sweden, so the laws are different. She was eligible for parole within, because if it happened in 2008, earliest she would be sentenced probably is 2009. So 2 years later, she's eligible for parole.
Yeah, she was only sentenced for 5 years in prison.
Wow. Wow.
If you want to kill somebody, take a trip with them to Sweden.
Just cruise on over, yeah.
Basically, the guy said she had a low level of culpability for her actions. I understand that this sentence will seem entirely inadequate to the relatives of the deceased. However, I have sentenced on the basis that the reason for the killing was the mental illness, and therefore the culpability of the defendant is low, and therefore the sentence I have passed is designed to protect the public. It is not designed to reflect the grief the relatives have suffered or to measure the value of Mr. Hollinshed's life, the guy she killed. No sentence that I could pass could do that. It is a sentence in which I fairly measures a truly tragic event.
He thought that response out pretty well.
Yeah. He also said that she was suffering from delusions which she believed to be true, and they dictated her behavior. It's not one of those cases where the defendant could have done something to avoid the onset.
What the fuck?
Yes.
Okay. Ugh. I'm just completely blown away still over here by this. So obviously, yes, it does seem like it would be some weird form of possession.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like you said, some, again, exotic case of like some shared psychosis thing going on. I don't know. What the fuck? Like, what are your honest thoughts, Mike? I mean, you've seen the documentary. You've looked at it. You've studied the case a little farther, obviously. This is like the first that we're actually getting in depth with it.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay. So here's the part I missed. Sorry, I missed this part.
Yeah.
On the day before, well, the day that this happened, it says in Liverpool, 8:30 a.m. The twins went into the St. Anne police station to report concerns over Sabina's children. At midday, the pair boarded a express coach to London. A police report stated the twins suddenly disembarked from the coach as they were not feeling well. The driver of the coach, however, said he left them at the sealed services after becoming suspicious of their behavior. He noticed the twins clinging tightly to their bags and did not let them reboard because they refused to let them search the bags for illegal items. The manager of the station was informed and feeling so. Basically, they were on a bus, got kicked off, started walking down the street, jumped, and then basically tried killing themselves. I don't know.
Damn.
Weird.
In your honest opinion, though, do you feel like this is a legitimate possession case here?
Watch the video, and it's when they get hit the first time and they're sitting on the side with something weird, it just snaps in them again, and then they go weird again. If you don't think there's either they're just mentally psychotic or on drugs, or they are possessed by something. It is absolutely ridiculous, my friend. It is one of the weirdest, coolest goddamn things I've ever seen.
Are they snapping? Like, are they freaking the fuck out? Like at the exact same time? Like you said, they're sitting there and they're kind of calm, cool, and collected, and kind of talking.
And then they both snap.
And they just go ape shit crazy.
Yes.
What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Jason, what's your thoughts on this, man?
I'll have to see it to make a determination.
I can't wait to
my
watch.
own opinion. It sounds like maybe they were too screwed up to physically move.
Mm-hmm.
But there are drugs, even though they didn't test or they didn't come out positive. There may be a drug that allowed them to do that. Does it have anything in there about afterwards? Did they have to go to the hospital for a while, or?
Well, obviously the one that got hit by the semi, they really had to take it to the hospital, even though she was still up and talking and trying to move and trying to get out of the way.
Fucking broke everything.
Yeah, the one that killed the dude went to the hospital.
God.
They did like a full psychiatric thing, and apparently she was fine.
That's so crazy.
And then they let her out like a day later.
He was like, yeah, she's good.
Huh.
See you later, bitch. So where are they both now?
Don't know. Can't really find that out.
Well, yeah, if she was only serving a life sentence, it doesn't matter if she got parole or not. She would be out unless she screwed up more in jail.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little terrified right now.
She's in your backyard, Josh.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what if they're here? I don't like this at all. But honestly, do you think that this could be a legitimate case of possession?
Well,
Is there such a thing anymore? Was there such a thing ever? You know what I mean? I think to all certain degrees, anybody who is, let's say for hypothetical here, like somebody is legitimately possessed. Okay? Let's say that phenomenon exists. Somebody is possessed. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Would their actions... No, like, honestly.
No, I wasn't laughing at you. Sorry, I was laughing at the chat box. Go ahead, finish your statement.
Would their actions suggest some form of mental problem anyway? Yes or no?
Yes.
Bingo. This is my point. So, of course, there's going to be something psychologically wrong with these people, right?
Well, yeah.
Even if they are legitimately possessed or not.
But, I mean, have you seen the video of the girl where the two guys are walking down the subway and they come across this girl that's basically looks like she's possessed and trying to stab herself?
No.
Have you seen that? Have you seen that video?
No.
I haven't seen that particular one either.
What the fuck, Mike? Where do you get all the cool stuff and we're sitting over there? What the hell?
Basically, well, I'm telling you, dude, I dug in deep for like the last couple days just trying to see it, you know, and like, you know, if you were walking across this chick and she's all like doing like convulsing, her arms are convulsing in different ways, legs screaming at the top of her lungs, you know, it looks like she's stabbing herself with a cross, just like in, you know, the exorcism right in the cooter, you know, like
what?
Yeah, I'm not even joking, you know, and blood is everywhere. You would think that this chick is batshit crazy, not, you know what I mean?
I'm looking for this. What the fuck is it called?
Fuck if I know.
So Clint asked, what was that behind you, Josh?
Oh, you hush your mouth.
And it was delayed. You know, we're delayed 3 or 4 seconds to them, and then it's been 20 seconds. So
I don't think it was anything. I think he's just fucking with me.
I don't know, because I wasn't looking at your feed. I mean, I could see it, but I wasn't looking at it right now. So,
dude, I'm still trying to find this chick on the subway over here.
yeah.
Look, you'll find it.
I don't know. There's a lot of weird shit about girls.
Just look up top 5 videos of demonic possessions. You'll find it.
Oh, okay.
So they're having a good time. Josh is scared all the time, guys. Just so you know.
All the time.
Fuck, man. I am not scared all the time.
Most
yes,
of
you
the
are.
time.
I'm just on edge like all the time. That's why I'm drinking.
Yeah?
Possessed woman attacks man on subway. Is this chick like a redhead?
No.
Whoa! Is this chick wearing a white dress?
Possibly. It's two guys walking down a subway or like a band, like it looks like a long corridor, and they come across. They have like there's this like box or like this electric box, and they come around the corner, and this chick is just going nuts.
Yep. This is the one. This is fucking crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, if you were to run across anybody
That
might be possessed, you would just automatically assume they're on drugs and walk the other way. You know
in
what I mean?
this day and age, absolutely. I would totally agree with you on that.
I mean, especially after seeing what happened in New York City a couple months ago with that bad batch of synthetic marijuana that turned people into zombies. You know what I mean?
That's hot. We talk a lot of zombies on the show.
Well, fuck. Some dude tried eating some dude's face off the other day.
This is what I'm saying.
No, it's not only that. Regular people are zombies every day.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking bath salts, man.
The unenlightened.
So, I mean, Koopsik, honestly, man, your thoughts on this case?
It's intriguing.
It's nuts, man.
I'm going to have the same answer I always have on this. It's possible. I think it's possible. I think that a possession could happen. I also think it's probably I think it's equally as possible that it was some drug or mental illness that allowed them to keep going through the pain.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I can't make the call because one, I haven't seen it, and two, even if I have seen it, I wasn't there, so I can't know. I mean, people can do miraculous, you could say miraculous, but people can do crazy things if they put their mind to it. Their body can go through so much in the moment if they put their mind to it. So it is possible that they weren't on anything. It's possible. I'm
trying to find then, like, okay, Mike, because you said what was leading up to that? They got kicked off a bus because they couldn't search their bags. Is that correct?
But yeah, they just started like they're on the bus and they were like gripping their bag, like checking their bag real tight, and just basically being really weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they wanted to search her bag, and they said "fuck off," and they kicked her off and kicked them off the bus.
See that right there to me does not lend itself to being that upset.
No.
Being that pissed off that you're literally going to be able to have this rush and surge of adrenaline, especially simultaneously here. Mm-hmm. We are still talking about two separate people.
Yes.
I'm trying to find the fucking antecedent here. Like, what is, you know what I mean? What is the cause here?
But the funny thing is, they're just walking down the middle of the road, and they get the cops. They show the cops in the car saying two females walking down the middle of the expressway or the trolleyway or whatever the fuck they call it, and they show like the. Well, like if you're watching the news and they show like a camera from like a bridge or like a light post, showing the weather and shit. They show a traffic cam pointing down to them, and they're just walking down the street. And the next thing you know, they show the cop. They show it two different ways, from the traffic cam and like the cops version. But they basically just show as soon as these cops show up, they just freak out and just start doing this shit. It was weird.
I've got nothing here.
I don't either, and then like like Jason said, they might just be. It's extremely fascinating to see two separate people doing the same thing, and just watch it, have your own theories behind it. I can't really come up with anything. Are they possessed? I don't know. But it is fascinating, man.
Unfortunately, I'm sure we'll never know. I mean,
no.
These people, they're probably just in the wind now, and even if they did,
exactly,
even if
they're in Iowa,
it was so far, so long ago now, even if they were, psychologically tested by doctors and other things, and they had findings, we're never going to know those findings unless they make another documentary or something. So,
Which I think they should.
well, why don't we get on that, Josh? We'll go to Sweden.
Done.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
They're not hot. They're not the hot blonde Swedes that you think of either, which sucks.
Well, Josh and I are married men, so, and you're a married man too, so.
Who? Not in Sweden.
What does that have to do with anything?
Different area codes, my friend.
Jesus. That's so.
Let alone a different state.
Yeah, right. You're out of the country, man.
Yeah,
So, someone just asked, a new person asked, is Josh actually drinking alcohol?
Yeah, that's amaretto.
You said
Right.
it was whiskey. Is
Which is
amaretto
a-
whiskey?
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
We
I've never
don't-
had amaretto.
Don't try to fucking downplay what I'm drinking. No, I'm joking.
It sounds like a
It's just
girly
a-
drink.
It's kind of a girly drink. I'm not gonna lie. It's more it's sweet. It's really sweet. I don't know. It tastes really fucking good though.
How long have you had that bottle of amaretto?
6 years.
A long fucking time, man. Not 6 years. Probably 6 months though. Honestly. But I'm making quite the fucking dent in it tonight. I'll tell you.
Jennifer said amaretto and squirt is awesome.
Yeah, that's amazing stuff.
Amaretto sour, bitches.
And the
Yeah.
person that asked, I think it's Heather Lynn 31, Heat Lynn 31. It's totally not whiskey.
I think that's our good friend Heather Gates. Right there.
Oh, it might be. I thought she had a different
Pretty
name
sure
on
it is.
here.
I think it's Heather Gates.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Because she gives me shit about drinking amaretto
Oh, okay.
all the time.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers. So I'm just going to switch to Jack then.
Yes, you should.
Oh, then I'd be just gone. We wouldn't be able to do the show anymore.
Yeah,
What was
it is
that?
Heather. For some reason, I thought she had a different name on here.
It's totally whiskey. It's really good stuff.
Whatever you say.
I had a question. I don't remember what the fuck it was.
Is it because the amaretto?
It has to be. No. So what I was going to say was this. What's making this so fascinating to me is the simple fact that I'm trying to imagine this, I guess, is you have two women sitting down talking, correct? They're actively talking with these police officers. Is that correct, Mike?
Yes.
And they seemed calm.
Well, okay, so after they get hit the first time, right? So obviously, the girl that they really focus on the Sabina, the girl that
Okay.
goes off and kills the guy. And she's the one that just got hit the first time and then gets hit by a van and basically just whatever. So she's on the ground unconscious and the cops are thinking, fuck, we got two dead bodies here. 5 minutes pass and all of a sudden she starts waking up and she starts just talking and then just goes nuts, the second time. But the first time, when they first show up after they got, hit the first time, yeah, they're both just sitting on the shoulder and everyone's like, what the fuck just happened? And everyone's kind of talking and then all of a sudden they just snap and go crazy and run across the road. And
See, that's right there. That moment is when they snap and go crazy. It's at the exact same time.
Mhm.
How far away from each other are they? Like
5-10 feet.
enough for a stank eye glance? I mean, enough for some kind of a fucking, hey, let's go, or hey, now, or something. I don't know. I'm trying to figure this out because it's fascinating to me that they would lose their shit at the exact same time.
Mm-hmm.
That's shit like that doesn't necessarily happen. It'd be like one of them would flip shit and then maybe 3 to 5 seconds later realize what's going on and the other one would flip shit along with her buddy. You know
or be
what I
like,
mean?
or be like, oh my god, my twin sister just threw herself into a semi.
Yeah, and then freak out.
Yeah. Not like
It doesn't go down like that.
Not like I can do one better. Here, let me cream off this 60-mile-an-hour van and see how much distance I can get.
Nice. Oh my god. Jason, you're quiet.
Oh, that's because I turned down my mic for a second. I was trying to talk to you guys and you weren't listening.
What were you saying, man?
I'm going to play devil's advocate for a second,
Yeah,
saying
do it.
that there may have been a visual cue that, quote unquote, activated both of them in the environment that we didn't see on camera. There may be like maybe a cop seemingly looked like he went for his gun and they were both looking at him. Maybe somebody was doing something in the background that we don't see, and they both saw it and reacted at the same time. We
That
can't
could be
be sure about that.
See, and that's another interesting question. Like, Mike, on the documentary itself, are you seeing and hearing the conversation between the police officers and these two sisters?
As much as you can. Like,
okay, so it's there. It's just hard to make out.
Like, I mean,
The cop said something that fucking just set him off.
Must have. Like, I don't know.
Like, y'all bitches are crazy.
Yeah. Well, to be honest with you, like, you know, because they just kind of show it, and I'm telling you, man, when you watch it, you won't really remember what the hell just happened the first time. You'll remember what the hell happened the second time. Like, it is weird.
What are other people saying about this? I'm sure you've looked into this. Like, are other people saying, yes, 100%, hands down, classic case of possession? Or since the fact that they're biological, I mean, they're twin sisters, for fuck's sake, and we all know there's a special type of bond there.
And I mean, there's a lot of people, you know, like you know, there's a lot of, you know, they're possessed. There's a lot of, like Jason says, they're on drugs, or they're or just a psychotic, you know, mental breakdown. And a lot of other people said, you know, twins, one dies 1,000,000 miles, you know, 1,000 miles across, the other one feels it. You know, like, twins are a different, you know, animal. They have weird senses with each other.
Sure.
And that was like, that's another point. It was like, well, they're twins. You know, one got something, like, you know, the shared psychosis thing. You know, no one will, like Jason said before, no one will ever know exactly what the hell happened.
This is an absolutely fascinating story.
So I got a couple things from the text, the chat box. Clint says you need to put a nipple on your drink.
That's great.
Heather says that amaretto will make you hallucinate, make you think you're drinking whiskey.
What the fuck, man?
Clint also says MK Ultra, and it's a catch-all for any and all crazy behavior.
Okay,
now
so
MK Ultra was a United States thing on some of its citizens, and
what was that?
I don't know if that can make you. I mean, I just listened to a show today talking about MK Ultra and split personalities within top athletes and training from children and stuff like that. And MK Ultra, I don't think is active, but I think the things that they did to control people's minds might still be used today. But that being said, two random twins in the middle of Sweden probably weren't. There's probably a result of that.
Well, they're from Sweden, in England. Happened in England.
In England.
Okay.
Yes.
But I mean, was there anything significant about them that made them? They weren't famous. They weren't celebrities. They weren't athletes. What were they before this happened?
Don't know.
Crazy bitches. That's what they were. But like, that's what was interesting about what I was thinking too, is like, if they're both like going off and flipping shit at the exact same time, it's almost as if somebody had like some fucking remote control. It's like click and go ahead and flip shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I literally just saw this, like 2 days ago, Josh?
Probably.
So like when I text you, so I really haven't had as much as I can the last 2 days, to look into this. So I've tried to do some backstory, but every time I've tried, there's really no backstory or front story, to be honest with you. Like, there's really not a lot of information before this May 18th, 2008 to now,
so they
or before.
More or less like flown under the radar up until went batshit caca duty crap crazy.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb and say that probably isn't mind control, unless it's something that went wrong. Maybe they were there to do terrorist acts or whatever, but it just so happens, everybody has a phone today or something that can take video, so it just so happens that somebody was there to catch this. But I don't think this was planned or designed in any way, because it just seems really random. And that's my answer to the MK Ultra thing.
I'm pouring drinks, sorry.
That's all right.
I'm pouring my foo-foo drinks.
Jesus. It takes Josh 6 months to drink a bottle of 10% alcohol amaretto, and it takes me about 3 hours to finish off a bottle of Crown.
Yeah, no shit, man. You can do some bad damage on the Crown. My God. Oh. No, so here's the deal. I'm going to finish off the amaretto, and then I'm going to go.
You can buy a manly drink?
Yeah, I'm going to go get Mandrake. If I can walk into.
He's going to switch to a bottle of apple pucker.
I got to get my fuzzy navels, right?
Yep.
Jesus Christ. I don't know, man. I want to look into this case more. I want to know, like, when you said that was in 2008. When did this video and like the documentary specifically? When did that come out? Do you have that info?
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. 1 second.
Clint, don't joke about things you don't want me to comment on.
I want to hear it.
No, he said I was totally joking about MK Ultra.
Oh, fuck.
This was one of those things everyone blames for crazy Americans.
Yeah, absolutely. Totally is.
All right. So the documentary, Madness in the Fast Lane, first broadcasted August 10th, 2010.
All right. So just a couple of years after the fact.
Yep.
Wow. It's amazing, man. It's absolutely amazing. I don't know. Like I said, I want to look more into this. Especially the thing that's weird about it is the fact that it's hard to find backstory on these bitches. Like anything really. Like even past employment history would be helpful. So I'm going to look into that first. Because if you can't find like where they came from, it's almost as if this fucking thing was like made up in some way, shape, or form.
Basically.
Like maybe what you're watching is some kind of a found footage type fucking movie, like I don't know, like Blair Witch Project or whatever, or Cloverfield or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I want to check this fucking shit out though. I want to find out who these ladies are, what everything, what their first fucking pet was named, their blood type, everything.
We have so much else on our plates, Josh.
Get on that shit. Would you just do that?
Why do I have to do it?
I got stuff to do.
Yeah?
Sit here and drink.
I'm crippled, and I could say crippled
That's
because
true.
I am crippled.
You are crippled.
So I have all the time in the world, so maybe I'll try to find them now.
I want to find this shit out.
Yeah, every time I try to look for them, like I do a where are they now?
Yeah.
It's like after 2011, whereabouts are unknown.
See, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
That's fucking terrifying. They need to keep tabs on these hookers.
What should be terrifying is the fact that this could be anybody in any moment. Mm-hmm. Really. It could be anybody at any moment. Your wife sitting downstairs right now.
Shut the front door.
Could have something happen similar to this, unless it's drugs and they're not doing drugs. I don't know that for a fact, but
you don't know.
It could happen to anybody at any moment, obviously.
She could be down there right now snorting a line of crack out of a gigolo's ass. You have no idea.
Yeah, I don't.
Neither do I. I personally, I hope not. I don't know. Shit. I don't know, man. Like I said, I want to check this shit out. a lot more because it's fascinating. I love it.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's fun. It's so much fun. Mike, are you still there?
I'm still here.
Thought you went go check on your wife real quick.
No. Yeah, man. Like seriously, like I'm like as we're talking, I'm just trying to pull up more information. Like literally, here's what this guy said. I've been trying forever. There's not much information to be found on the Erickson twins before the incident. They were born in Sweden in 1967, and basically, according to the film, Sabina lived in Ireland with her partner and 2 children, and Ursula lived in America. And then they got together in Ireland, and then took a and then made their way to England, and then that's when this all happened.
So one of them has lived here.
No, that was before.
Yeah.
So they came back here to get away.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Here's the funny thing. This guy said, it should be noted that MK Ultra was an American program which supposedly ended in the 60s.
You hear that, Clint? Wow. That's outstanding. It should be noted. Shut up. I'm drinking.
Even if I don't think this is related to these girls, but even if MK Ultra was Clint said boom, but anyways, even if MK Ultra was shut down, do you honestly think that they are not doing something else that's more than MK Ultra now?
I would suggest, I would go as far as to suggest that it's even on a broader scale now.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant.
Without anybody fucking knowing anything. That's what's scary. What? What?
Somebody said something that you haven't said in a while.
What's that?
That it's good sauce.
That is good sauce. Was getting there.
How hard was it for you to wean off saying good sauce?
What about weak sauce?
See, I got it from Mike, you motherfuckers. Like, that's what you don't understand. I got all of this stuff. Any reference to sauce whatsoever is all from Mike.
Have you been doing self-training of the mind?
I have.
You have been.
I have indeed. No.
Can you bottle your tactics and sell it?
Shit, that would be amazing.
Okay, Jason,
yeah.
Josh, here's what he says. Okay, so basically by the end it takes 3 officers and 3 passing civilians to restrain one of them. They take charge of one of her limbs and still barely manage to get her back to the side of the road without injury. One officer later recalls she's almost waving us around like rag dolls in her arms. This guy says part of this almost is like it's a super strength and have gleefully compared to theories of the Soviet Union super soldiers with their brains and so deactivated through dark science and their skeletons made out of titanium. Have you ever heard of this?
No.
Part of that.
Did you fall down, Mike?
What?
Did you fall down?
No.
What the hell is that noise?
What's the noise?
No clue.
It sounded like you went.
You didn't just like groan or like you sounded like you just made a noise.
You made some form of.
No, I swear to God, I made no noise.
Well, where the hell did it come from?
You just don't know you did it. You did it.
No, I swear to God, I didn't make no noise.
There was this whole sound of like somebody straining to get that, extra. Yeah, even Heather says, "Did somebody die?" Like it sounded like you just wanted to get off the toilet, so you had to get it out as fast as you could.
No, I swear to God, I made no noise, guys.
It's weird.
No noise.
Maybe it was all of us talking over each other that kind of popped it in there, and I completely forgot what I was going to say.
Well, here's the Soviet Union super soldiers. But here's another one. It says officers were now interacting with the calm and friendly woman, a far cry from a screaming maniac who only hours before had required 6 adults to restrain her. In the film, one officer even describes her as flirtatious. It says, here we have evidence that the sisters were possibly victims of Project Monarch. this supposedly long-running undertaking sponsored by the Illuminati, yada, 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 probably would use torture, mind control, and sexual abuse to create programmable human beings who are said to be used as sex slaves for the elite. I don't understand. I don't get that one.
I remember what I was going to say. There was a part that hit on something that I remembered that we had on the show not too long ago. It was just a couple weeks ago on the news show. It was in Germany, a South Korean family killed their mother in a hotel that they claimed she was possessed, and she was throwing them off of them as they were trying to hold her down, and they were just trying to get her to stop.
Yeah,
is what they say. They killed her. So yeah, I mean, but that also could be drugs too. I mean, who knows?
Apparently, it says this. Basically, this is the last time you hear of the Erickson twins was the release date of 2011, as that was that for the Sabina chick. And it says, and for her current whereabouts, she's unknown. She's never popped up again. Nobody knows where she's at. As for Ursula, the only bit of news this guy says he's found was a comment by David McCann, I don't know who this is, that she was still in America, possibly looking for the two children. He says that she has undergone an exorcism at her local church to help drive away the demons that forced her onto the motorway in 2008. This is the first time I've read this. I'm just as I'm talking with you guys, I'm just trying to find more information. So
I want to know what the hand gesture I just saw looking out of the corner of my eye was.
Yeah, so I think it's bullshit. She just waltzes in. She's like, "Yes, one exorcism, please." Like, what the fuck, man? It's like, yeah, I think I'm possessed by the devil. Can you, like, do this quick? I got shit to do.
This guy I'm reading basically thinks that they sounds like it's more of a stretch than it's either demonic or Russian brainwashed super soldiers. Is what this guy's saying.
Like Jason Bourne shit.
Basically.
Yeah.
So Potter is on here watching, and she wants me to let you know that she heard the sound that we heard as well.
She heard that shit?
Yeah, and she wants me to let you know that you look stoned.
I feel a little stoned, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
So
is it that amaretto?
It has to be the amaretto. I think the sound was honestly, it sounded like Mike climaxing. That's what it sounded like.
How would you know what that sounds like?
Look, I was young, needed the money.
Look, hey, it was one time, damn it. We were in college.
Right? Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
I was on the top bunk. I thought he was asleep.
That's what it was, Mike. It was a weird noise.
I have no idea, man.
So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to go back and I'm going to pull that sound clip, and that will now be inserted after every time that I. So that shit stuck to the tape right there.
Perfect.
So enjoy that. It stuck to the tape, just like when Jason said, "Sherwin-Williams don't have shit on this."
I was thinking about having T-shirts made with that quote on there. Except for, I don't know if we could use that name. We wouldn't necessarily use the logo, but I don't know if we could use that name on a T-shirt because it is a trademark name.
Yeah, but on the audio clip, you don't say Sherwin-Williams. You say Sherman.
Oh, do I? I don't know.
Yeah. So you to be like, who the fuck's that? It'd be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Unless they're like active listeners to the show, they have no idea that you're trying to reference paint.
I don't know if Felicia is saying this about your Mike's climax comment. She said, "I'm glad Josh said it for me. I was thinking the same thing, and I'm not quite sure because does she know Mike? I don't know.
I don't think so. But she's probably saying it sounded like a mangasm.
Yep, just sitting over here talking about exorcisms, jerking off.
So, Mike, you said that lately here you've been really getting into like UFOs and aliens and all that shit too, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it was weird. Like the last couple of days, just kind of.
Mike, I need to ask you a question, Mike. Have you ever heard of a man named Peter Beater?
No.
He's part of the ruling elite, and he died already. But he was.
He died already.
We talked about him on the last episode. I just had to bring him up again. He was a real man named Peter Peter, and he was in politics.
Peter. That was fun, though. Talking about old Pete.
Anyways, let's talk about UFOs.
I do. I want to talk a little bit with Mike about UFOs. What's the most fascinating story that you have seen so far regarding UFOs?
Well, just about the guy that supposedly worked at Area 51 back in the late 80s. And
Bob Lazar?
No.
Yes.
Oh, him? I thought you were talking about the video thing that we were talking about earlier.
Same thing.
It wasn't Lazar, though, was it?
It was his show.
Gotcha.
But yeah, that was pretty interesting. The supposed video of the alien interview, or not so much interview, but just basically the alien dying, if you would. So that one was pretty crazy.
I don't know if he was dying, though. They were just like wiping his shit, weren't they?
Yeah, well,
He kind of looked sick, though.
Yeah, they pretty much said that's when he was dying. This alien was dying.
Reminds me of the Sandlot. God, Jesus, he looks pretty crappy. Oh my gosh! We talked about that. We talked about that clip on the show before. I know we have. Now wait, it's interesting though because I brought up a very similar video clip just a couple weeks ago of an alien interview, and it said planet of origin, and it was talking about Earth.
Yes.
You suggested that it's pretty much out there now that it's complete a hoax. The video itself.
Well, they're calling it just like
horse shit, right?
Yeah, is what they're calling it. I found it on BuzzFeed, and I saw it just the other day, and it came up like hoax, and maybe it is real. I don't know, but it's pretty weird.
Yeah, it's jacked up. It's just like he was very well spoken for a fucking alien, though. You know what I'm saying? Like the other video, I don't even think there was sound associated with that video. Was there?
No sound.
The one where the aliens all like croaking, and dying and shit.
Like there's one, there's one of this guy in Mexico was on his backyard and heard a noise on on his roof, and turned around. There's an alien on his roof trying to jump over the roof. Have you seen?
I saw that. Yeah. That was fucked up. Koopsik, are you still there? Did we lose him?
Is he Peter Beaton?
He's Peter Beaton. He's gone.
To me?
What? Yeah, I say Koopsik, are you there? Fuck.
No, I didn't hear you for a second. I had heard the story about what Mike had was just talking about, so I said opportune time to grab beer. And I didn't think, all of a sudden
sorry,
they're
buddy.
Come to me.
Sorry, buddy. Oh, are you talking to me? I'm sorry.
What'd you ask me?
I was just asking if you were still there. Like, feel free to jump in.
I was listening up until the exact second you asked if I was here.
Fuck.
No, but I mean, I just saw. I didn't watch it yet. It's out there, and I was going to pull it probably for the next news episode. But I did see a story that mentioned a new video of a guy that claims that he captured an alien and he was torturing it, basically.
Why the fuck? Why would you just begin torturing it?
I don't know. I want to say, I don't remember off the top of my head, but I want to say that it was injured and maybe he was just trying to talk to it.
You will answer me.
I don't know. I didn't see the video yet, but it is a brand new video of an alien, supposedly. So
I'm going to have to check that shit out.
But you know what's great? The funny thing is, Josh, about the video that you're talking about, the one that says he's from Earth, like that alien's talking, and then you have the one then you have the Lazar one where the alien has to talk through a human, a guy that supposedly can hear people's thoughts, and you know what I mean. It's just weird. Like those aliens weren't talking, and they had to use a human who was like basically reading minds to like tell us what the aliens were thinking. But then you have this one who looks exactly the same talking. Like it's weird to me.
They do look very similar.
Yes.
Except for like the shapes of their mouth. Were different.
Well, an Asian's mouth looks different than your mouth. You know what I mean? No offense.
No idea what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly what you're talking about.
Clint wants to know, I think he's commenting on the most recent one that I talked about. He says, how many times do you think he thought about having sex with it?
Yeah, exactly.
9 times.
Probably 9 times. It's just weird to me that you would capture something like that and then just, I don't know, instantly start beating the fuck out of it. Like,
I don't know if he was beating the fuck out of it. I don't remember the exact headline. I want to say that he was torturing it,
probing it.
Like you said, torture. So I mean, I just instantly go to
that,
shit.
Not knowing exactly what it says off the top of my head. I want to say that I'm pretty sure that that's what it said.
Well, it's like I fucking hate aliens. But if I were to like capture an alien, which is fucking ludicrous anyway, because I'm not going to get close enough to do so. However, if I were to capture an alien, I'm not going to just instantaneously start beating the fuck out of it.
Well, then you're proving Heather wrong, because she just said, I feel like Josh wouldn't have a problem torturing an alien.
I wouldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I don't know.
Is that because you drink amaretto?
Motherfuckers. All right, so here's the deal. Look, okay? It's empty, you dirty bastards. It's going in the dishwasher. Then after that, filling it up with some nasty gut rot Canadian $5
what the hell
whiskey.
Is going on?
Mike, you okay, buddy?
Yeah.
What happened over there?
Walking around?
No, I'm walking around.
Oh, okay.
Are you walking? You gonna go outside and have a smoke?
I am.
You're a fucking dick, man. I want a cigarette too, so I'm just gonna cut this show off.
No, you're not. How long have we been going? I can't see the time anymore.
Hour and 3 minutes.
Oh.
Actually, yeah, about an hour and 3 minutes. We're rocking ass. That's it.
Someone had an ectogasm. On the chat box.
That's funny. That's a fucking t-shirt right there, buddy. Get your ectoplasm. That's hot.
Before we end the show,
I
want to mention again that Mr. Rick Rose is going to be in a lot of pain.
Waxed.
In a little over a month. I saw a post today from Jay Lynch, and he's the one that's running the event that he's going to be waxed at. And right now, he has his chest and his back waxed, one arm and one leg. Now, he didn't mention the armpits this time. I don't know if Rick moved them to one arm and one leg, maybe.
Maybe.
But yeah,
armpits don't hurt too bad.
For every $100 raised, everybody doesn't need to donate $100. It's just for every $100 raised. So a few dollars here, a few dollars there. They did say that the largest donation, if they want to come, it's in Indiana, that they will get to do the waxing.
Yep, they'll get to pull the strips.
So for everyone,
it's called Haunting Out Hunger, guys.
Yes.
It all goes to a local food pantry. All that money goes to a local food pantry. It's a very good cause. Plus, you get to see Rick Rose get the shit waxed out of him. Like,
live
it's gonna
on
be
Facebook.
Precious.
Yeah.
Okay, it's gonna be amazing.
Is he gonna do his face too?
He said anything below the neck.
Damn it.
Yeah.
That was the first thing that I went to.
There. You can get creative.
The first thing that I went to, I told him that I wanted him to wax his eyebrows, but he would not do it. But yeah, I posted the email address on Twitch right now. It's 6SENSEINDY@gmail.com. Those donations will go directly to Jay Lynch, and all of those donations, 100% of them, will go to a local food pantry. And now I can't hear you. I don't know if you can hear me.
No, I'm right here.
Okay, you're back now.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just listening.
So let's get him all shiny and smooth.
Yeah, buddy. All right.
I'd like to thank everybody for watching us on Twitch.
Shit.
And Clint wants to say, rate us on iTunes.
Motherfucker.
He said 96% chance Josh forgets to say it.
I was just going to say it. The only thing I had left to say was another big thanks to our good pal Potter for suggesting that we add Twitch into this whole thing that we do. So we're having fun with it. We're having a blast with it. It's only going to grow more and more. So we have a lot of cool things in mind, that's for sure. So definitely keep with us and tell your buddies and rate and review us on iTunes, sons of bitches.
I already said it, and so did Clint, so you can't say it.
Oh my God. All right, all honesty, Mike, you still there? He's fucking gone. Mike's gone.
Oh, there you
go.
go.
Mike's having another Mike-gasm. What's up, buddy?
I put you on mute. I was walking around a little bit.
I hear you. Well, thank you very much for sharing.
You bet.
Sharing your story.
Potter says you're welcome, and Heather says it's so much easier to give you shit this way.
Yeah, for sure.
Hi,
it's gonna
Potter.
be a great fucking time. Mike says hi, Potter.
But no, yeah, guys, check out that video. It's worth the hour.
What was it called again, just so people can...
Oh, I don't remember.
Okay. Well, no, we're going to be posting it anyway. We're going to be posting it on the Facebook page, so
yeah,
we'll be able to check that out. So, Jason, anything else, my man?
Have fun with your Peter Reader, and we'll see you next week.
You guys take it easy. Have a great fucking weekend. We'll talk to you soon. Peace out.